to my channel. It has been a while since I've done a sit-down video, and I've been wanting to do it for a little bit. Video, I want to talk a little bit about how to survive with a chronic illness, but also like how to thrive to the best of our abilities. For me, chronic Lyme disease, many more that go involved with that. You guys know it's not just Lyme, it's co-infections, it's mold, it's everything else, but it's quite debilitating, and I know for many of you it's debilitating too. One thing to remember when living like this, it is a full-time job. If you are trying to live the best you can and strive to get better, it takes a lot of time, it's painful, it takes effort, it takes a lot of energy, it takes money, but it's all worth it because you're worth it and your health is worth it. So I'm actually going to be doing a two-part video. One of these is going to show just some of the things that I use to really help my body out, and do a little bit of a personal talk during the second one as well. For me, I want to talk about a couple different things that I do. Basic things, easy things that everybody can do is water with lemon. I live off of water with lemon. You guys know how helpful detoxing is. Electrolytes are really important. We're very dehydrated all the time. So water with lemon helps me a lot. It helps clear my brain fog, it helps my head. An herb, berber, and panela also really helps clear my head. If you guys watch my vlogs, you guys know that I like Go Ultima electrolyte drinks. Those are also helpful. They do have stevia in them, which can be a cyst buster, which can be beneficial. Use it accordingly to how you need to take stevia as well. Part of detoxing is getting those toxins out of your body, because when you are sick, you are so toxic, and sometimes I can barely lift my head. I feel so toxic. So some things that I do, and I don't usually do these every single day, like all 5 of them every single day, but I do usually do at least 2 to 4 of them every single day, with a day off here and there for rest. Because a lot of misconceptions with, detoxing. Oh, this feels so nice, this should be relaxing, but you're gonna be experiencing die-off. It's affecting your disease. It's not like a healthy person that's just taking a relaxing bath. The thing that I do is new, and I really like it. It's my small treadmill. I purchased this Serene Life treadmill over Christmas for a gift for myself. I knew I really like walking on like my in-laws treadmill, but I'm not always over there, and treadmills are usually very big and very expensive. So I got a compact treadmill that only goes to, I believe, 6 miles per hour, which is plenty fast for me. Before I go on my walk, I usually like to stretch a little bit just to make sure my body's feeling okay. I don't do that every day. It's not, again, with Lyme, it's hard because doing things where you're like, this should strengthen my body, doesn't always do that. It can do the opposite effect when you have a disease like this. So walking, though, has made a big difference. I like to have my sauna heating up while I'm doing my walk. Usually I start my walk at the slowest 0.6. Sometimes that's all I can stay on. Other times I go up to 3.5. It just depends. I'll go for a 5-minute walk, 10-minute, 15-minute. The longest I've done is like 30, 35 minutes, which was 1 mile. And those were on days I knew I wasn't doing anything else leading up to it or after for the next couple days. So it's really important to listen to your body, but it's also important not to just lay stagnant, because the Lyme will thrive on that. And so there are times, you might see me in a wheelchair, and that can get confusing, but I am focused on detoxing in this moment. I can lay down when I'm needing. I'm not talking, I'm not around people, there's not noise, as far as from like going to the store where I'm walking all around, I don't have the energy, and I'm using a wheelchair. So I actually made an Instagram post about that not too long ago, about how, illnesses, invisible illness looks different. Sometimes you see us in a wheelchair, sometimes you don't, but you never see the amount of pain we're in. We usually just push through. I try to make sure to have water beside me. Usually, again, it's the lemon water. I'll turn on a TV show to help the time pass by. When I'm done, I'm usually pretty dizzy, so I either need to sit down or just immediately hop into that sauna. I make sure it's already hot. I make sure I already have my electrolyte drink there. So because I normally go from walking to the sauna, let's talk about the sauna. My sauna is a far infrared sauna, and there's lots of benefits to detoxing within a sauna. It's not quite the same as just sweating elsewhere. An infrared sauna heats your body directly, which causes that deeper detox. Many infrared saunas have a light. Mine has a light as well. I usually keep it on red, or I go through all the lights. It continually changes during my sauna session. Multiple light colors provide different therapeutic effects. When I started using the light, I noticed a difference in how I felt during the sauna. I find the sauna so beneficial. It helps lower inflammation, improves circulation, increases your metabolism, it burns calories, it's anti-aging, helps with stress relief. It also reduces joint pain and muscle pain, and that's the biggest thing I do my sauna for is pain. It significantly reduces the pain that I'm in. So just like walking though, it is exhausting. It takes a lot out of you. After the sauna, I drag myself into a bath for an hour or two, or other times I shower off really quick and I get in bed because it is exhausting. But the sauna is also something that definitely helps me survive this illness. So before I get in the sauna, I like to dry brush. I start at my feet, I work my way up to my ankles, I go up from my arms, and you're supposed to go towards your heart. Detoxifying, it also feels good because it's kind of like a lymphatic massage. The first time you do it, recommend starting off nice and light because it can hurt, and if you're like me, I have some sensitivity issues, so sometimes I can do it harder than others, so it just kind of depends. Another thing I really like to do is stretching. I've talked about how keeping your body stagnant is not actually beneficial. There's definitely times where you can't get up, but even when I'm in bed, I try to like pull my knees in and stretch and do stuff like that. There's times we can't get out of bed, and that's totally okay. I had years like that, but even in bed, I would like pull my knees in and stretch and lift my arms and do different things because stretching is so beneficial. I have to be very careful not to overstretch because it does hurt my joints and ligaments. I feel the pull and not in a good way. But you guys know I teach dance 3 days a week, so I don't do these stretches all the time. But during the summer, I do not teach. I take that off for my health to get some vitamin D and to rest and focus on my healing. And a big part of that is stretching. 5-minute stretch, 10-minute stretch. I usually just turn on the TV, relax, use my ball a little bit, just do different stretches that feel good to my body. Just do some movement therapy. So movement therapy is definitely something I recommend. Again, even if you're just moving little bits of your body at a time so you're not as stiff and the pain doesn't settle in quite as much. Sometimes when I can't even stretch, I will use my ball because I deal with a lot of lower back pain and nerve pain. And so just stretching my back out, doing like cat-cow and rolling over my ball, really beneficial, even if I do it for 2 minutes every night. So I know this might seem like a lot, but again, being sick is a lot. And if I didn't do these things, I wouldn't be how I am today. I'm still very sick, I'm still struggling, but I'm not to where I used to be. I'm not in bed 24/7, I'm not crying in pain 24/7. So these are things I've practiced for years and years and years, and they are definitely benefiting me. The next thing I'd like to talk about is a therapy I started this year. It's EMF Therapy. IMRS is one of the few full body mats that's EMF device, uses the frequencies of the earth. Use the Swiss IMRS 2000 mat. I actually have some information below on it. You can click on the link just to read up more about it. I did not purchase mine from this website, but they have a lot of good information to tell you like what it is and what it's for, how it works. When I use the mat, I like to use different settings. I'll use the chronic pain setting, the joint dislocation setting. I'll use it on chronic fatigue. I'll use it on exhaustion when I have a cold, which I haven't for a very long time, thanks to what other thing I'm gonna talk about. You can also just use it on morning, evening, and night setting. It doesn't have to be specific, but when I lay on it, it rejuvenates your cells. It uses different frequencies, and I can physically feel my problem areas being almost pulsed. I find that mat very relaxing too. When I'm done with work, it helps me recover so much. And it's nice because if I don't have time or energy to do all my other detoxing that day, this one I can do in 15 minutes. I found this therapy to really benefit me, especially when I'm doing something or my ears hurt, I get very overstimulated. It helps me feel better right on the mat versus like afterwards or effects. But it helps me feel better the second I'm on it. So one of the other things that might be obvious for detoxing is baths. I take a bath almost every single day. Sometimes I do sauna bath, sometimes I do walk sauna bath, sometimes I do walk bath. It just depends on what I can handle that day, what I'm feeling, how much time I have. But again, healing is a full-time job. It's exhausting. Usually recommend laying down for at least an hour when you're done with detoxing, but sometimes, I know that's not always possible, sometimes I detox right before work. It just depends on what I can do that day. But for my bath, I always put baking soda and Epsom salt in the bath. I do try to make it more enjoyable with my salt lamp, lighting candles. There's been times I've been in baths for 3 hours crying the whole time because I've been in pain. Thankfully, that doesn't happen as much anymore. And so I try, like I said, to just take that moment to pray, relax, watch a show, and try to enjoy it, because it is something you have to do almost every single day. And it is tiring, and you won't always feel up to it or feel like doing it. So just soaking my muscles in Epsom salt. Baking soda helps balance the pH levels, which helps my pain. And also the Epsom salt helps my achy muscles recover as well. Last one is silver spray. A lot of times before I walk, I'll use my silver spray. Before I go to work, I use silver spray. In between classes, I use silver spray. Anytime I'm out in public, I use silver spray. And I've been telling everyone about it. It's made a world of difference for my parents' lives who are healthy as far as not having Lyme disease goes. For me, it boosts my immune system and it helps the germs stay away. I do teach students that are young and they'll cough in my face, and I used to get so sick all the time from my kids. This year, I have not gotten sick once. Anytime I feel it coming on, I use my silver spray. I have just found this to be amazing, so I've been telling everybody about it. I'm gonna make some other videos with tips. I'm gonna answer some of the hard questions with Lyme disease. If there's any questions, the difficult questions, the scary, the hard questions, the vulnerable questions, and anything you want to know about Lyme, anything to help encourage you with your disease, or to help encourage you to see how others maybe you love are affected by this disease, please let me know. I would love to continue in making these kind of videos that I can just help educate. So the last thing I want to leave you with, though, other than just tips, is educating yourself. There's many books. This one was actually given to me. It talks about what they are, it shows you what they look like. It also shows different treatment options. I like it because I could get all into this, but that's a whole nother video, is what treatment should you do, what's the best, what's for you. But again, that's another video. Educate yourself, reach out to those that are hurting, because this disease is hard, it's lonely, it comes with depression, exhaustion. We can put on a face and look put together and act put together, but you don't see what happens behind closed doors, which is very, very difficult. There's years like that, there's months, there's days. Some people are worse than others. It can affect people differently. Just being understanding about that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, share it, and let me know if you start using any of my measures of detox that have helped me, and if they help you, I would love to know about that. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.